crazy.
Well, there's just so many, I don't know.
You're kind of an equal now, I guess. You can vote.
It's so fucking weird to me. That's not that long ago.
No, it's not.
Being oppression, people saying oppression is over, or people saying... The fact is, we still have oppression. There's still a large variety of people that hate other things that don't make sense to them because they're not used to it.
And most likely, there will always be some form of oppression.
Yeah, and I get that, but I guess in the sense I'm trying to say is like, with a day and age where everyone can see everything 24/7, why is there still an issue?
Yeah.
Things still make you laugh. I guarantee you, someone that hates fucking Chinese people because whatever their reason.
Because they smell.
But say they hate someone from China.
Yeah.
You probably are wearing something from China.
Yeah.
You're most likely have something in your house that someone in China fucking manufactured. Like, that's where I'm getting to the point, is that everyone wears something from somewhere.
Yeah, the hypocrisy of it all.
Yeah, like...
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, the world is... They're holding... Well, I mean, we're so entitled and self-righteous, but we hold these beautiful, wonderful phones that people jump off of buildings because they're so depressed because they have to make them.
So true. It's,
it's like
it's a weird fucking
everything's
place
covered
that we
in
live
blood
right now. Like, it is. There's blood phones. There's blood hydro flasks. There's blood glasses. It's no longer just blood diamonds. Like,
yeah, everything's covered in blood.
Everything's blood. And so I don't understand a lot of it.
Yeah.
It's like, it's overwhelming. Like, I understand it, but to understand it is to be overwhelmed by it. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Like, if I were to take every single news article I read and listen to every single person's opinion from an uneducated standpoint and a biased standpoint. So a lot of news is biased.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of news, it's not necessarily fake news, but it's opinionated.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I think there needs to be that understanding where people see an article in Yahoo is not the same as when you see something like on NPR. NPR is probably one of my favorite news people because they go on both sides. They look at both things for what they are. Yeah, they're sometimes a little bit more liberal and they do stand for causes, but when they post an article, it's the facts.
Yeah.
It's never... I feel this way because of this. We understand. There's no we, I, or a personal reference.
Right, that's what reporting is.
Yeah.
There's
like
a story, you report it.
Yeah.
Now, when there's commentary on it, then it's colored with whoever's talking.
So basically, yeah, most people that work at NPR definitely have more of a liberal democratic stance.
Yeah, they're all vegans.
I get it. But... when they report news, it's actual news.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
they don't, they're not
a...
tweaking something.
No.
The person reporting it might not be on the same side, but they're still reporting what they're seeing.
Yeah.
So I think that's the hard part of, and even like the Washington Post is pretty good at that most of the time. And they have great crossword puzzles. But mostly I go to their website for crossword puzzles. You can do them at your desk. Sometimes they cost money. The ones that cost money are totally worth it.
No, news is kind of like...
But you just have to be careful and cautious of who you're reading from.
And try to read through the bullshit because the story could be, Amanda got soap in Marty's cup. You could read that as, Why
are you always on that? You're so adamant that I have put soap in your cup.
I'm just using it. It just came out of nowhere. So that's the facts. The facts.
That's not factual, just so everyone knows.
Amanda got soap in Marty's cup.
So stupid.
And you could color that as, Amanda fictitiously put soap in Marty's cup to kill him.
And it's always...
she's just trying to be caring, and everyone should put soap in everyone's cups once in a while because there's not enough soap. There's just not enough soap to go around. And those are two different sides. You go, she's being so caring because she wants things to be clean. or you go, that bitch is trying to fucking kill me.
So, okay. All I'm saying is that, yeah, you have to be aware of the author, and you have to be aware of where people are sourcing their information from. And
listen to your gut, not your mind.
if for some reason your brain says, this seems a little off, it's probably wrong. Like,
Yeah.
fact check yourself before you wreck yourself is all I'm saying. Ooh, that's my next shirt.
I like it.
Yep. So, vote Amanda Phillips for 2020. That's genocide and full-blown amazing T-shirts.
I don't know if Grant's for that.
Day. He is for genocide. We had this whole entire conversation. I'm not going to say he's for genocide, but we're for gassing fucking stupid people.
All right.
Have you seen people on TikTok? Watch Christina Pajinski's fucking Instagram, her stories.
I saw a great one the other day.
And anytime she posts a story about a TikTok video, that person will be part of my mass genocide. So think about that when you vote for me 2020.
You know, people just get bored, and sometimes, because my mom posted an embarrassing video that I've posted in the past.
No.
One of my comedy videos. And I'm like, this is so embarrassing.
No, your comedy videos are embarrassing now. So it's fine because you're not ugly. Here's the thing.
That's what it is. Thank you.
You're a pretty person. So when you do stupid shit, it's not nearly as bad as when someone that's super white trash and really Confederate driven in the Midwest.
If you got a problem with Confederate flags,
and then also cross dresses. If you have a Confederate flag and you cross dress, shove it down your own throat because you know better. You're probably a homophobe.
That is a symbol of the South. You've
probably gotten so pissed at people, and then you decide to do that shit. Fucking kill them. You know what I mean? Just put it out. Put that light out.
Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate here.
Oh, and anyone. Here's what I'm going to say about this, too. Because Spokane recently. So here's the shit I'm talking about. So I love Spokane. Don't get me wrong. Great city. Fun, recreational fun.
Great stuff.
Beautiful views. Great seasons. Pedophile fucking galore. Sexual predator central.
Every pedophile
is where I
here.
fucking moved here. And they don't even come from here. They come from a place. It's an island in Seattle. And they ship all these fucking pedophiles to offenders, violent sex offenders. They have a level 3 person that they just moved to Spokane to rehabilitate himself, where he's, and a level 3, if anyone doesn't know, is they're definitely going to reoffend. It even says it in the fucking description.
Yeah, statistically, it's very high.
They're going to reoffend. They're violent. They look for things. They want to fuck something that doesn't want to be fucked. And that's fun for them. And you know what I say to that? I say fucking cut their dick off and kill them. Why are they alive? Like,
this is an issue.
If you rape something, that if the consent is not there, you should die. If you are a lesbian that fucks another girl and they don't want to be, you're a rapist. If you're a guy that fucks another guy and he doesn't want to be, you are a rapist. If you mess with a 4-year-old child, you're a rapist. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit, filth of the ground. You're the crawfish of human beings. And you should be boiled and put down. No one should ever have to see your face ever again. Yeah. I'm 100% on top of that. But level 3. I'm not talking about level 2. Not talking about level 1. Not talking about you peed on a fucking playground and someone caught you and now you're a pedophile. That I'm not okay with either. If you get caught peeing on a playground,
this is the problem with our judicial system.
You need to be fined
because
correctly.
It creates a balance, and everyone has a right to a fair trial. Everyone has certain rights. Because of that, you get these fucking people who just get out after killing someone.
But I'm never going to think that a gay person, someone choosing to be gay, because that's what people think out here. Like, but someone being born gay and having that right to be gay, I do not put that at the same level as someone that has the urge to touch people who don't want to be touched.
Yeah.
Or shouldn't be touched.
Well.
And people are starting this thing now where they are scared that in the future people are going to defend sex offenders because they can't help themselves. It's a disease, just like alcoholism or opioid abuse. That is not the same. I do not put those on the same platform.
Yeah. Well,
you are malicious. You hurt someone. You make someone cry on purpose by doing something so awful. Don't think you should get a second chance.
Yeah.
That's where I stand.
Eventually we'll have, some sort of genetic engineering to weed out that problem.
Or eventually we have a vigilante group that goes around, and anytime these losers are fucking let out into public, you shoot them. That's just what it is. And then,
a man wants the Wild West. And the man wants the Wild West.
Or you lure them into your bat.
And yet she has a problem with the Confederate flag.
I just show my tits and I'm like, "Come here, daddy," and then they come into my basement and basically I gas them, and then I bury their body. No one would care. No one cares. They suck. Those people are awful.
It's true.
I think they're sick bastards. Same with the fucking people that decided that raping kids out of gay was the right way to do it.
It is. There is something more malicious about
using a religion,
hurting children, because those people are far more likely to be a reoffender.
Yeah.
But there are people who kill people and they do get rehabilitated. And they're like, I made a huge mistake.
Yeah.
I should not have cut that guy's head off.
I think once you cut someone's head off, I feel like you've gone too far and there's really no coming back.
But right when that last knife throw and then the head goes flunk and he's like, oh, you know what? Made it oopsie.
Your last chance for being a person in that scenario is if you one flew over the cuckoo's nest. You get thrown in with fucking what's his name? What does he call him? When he's on his back, it's Jack Nicholson. He's on the back of the Indian guy and he's like, "Where the fuck you going?" It's fuck, I used to say it all the time. It was so funny to me.
I don't know. Drawing a blank.
All right, we'll continue the conversation. I'm going to look it up on my phone.
I just love the idea of a guy just does something so horribly wrong, kills someone, stabs him 1,000 times. And then he's like, let my anger get the best of me again. Dang it. Really going to pay for this one. I'm sorry.
Bancini. I don't even have to look at it. It's "Where the fuck you going, Bancini?"
Stupid.
That's what he calls the big Indian guy that's all silent. But yeah, that's your only saving grace, is you're going to be thrown into a mental hospital. And those are still really fucked up.
Those are still really fucked up. They've gotten better over the years because they don't do lobotomies.
Did you know that's what I wanted to go into originally before I realized how much school it took? I wanted to go into psychology in the forensic minds field, where basically when someone commits a murder and they do go to the loony bin, I would be the person to go interview them and listen to their thoughts and be their psychiatrist in prison, basically, essentially. And that was one of my dream jobs. And I still
those kind of jobs. Education is just a part of the job. It's it's a never ending.
Oh, you would. And
those
now
people just constantly. They're like, oh, a new study came out, and then they're reading some 800-page.
Versus then when I was looking at that type of study, which was 2007 to now, and all the information that's constantly being flooded in all the time. Scientists are fucking crazy.
Yeah, they are.
They're insane. They've they need a leash at some point. But there's also that argument of you want to push your limits as a scientist. You want to push your